Hello and welcome to the After Bedtime Podcast. I am your host, HB Burrito, and as always with me is the beautiful wifey, baby. How you doing tonight?
I'm doing good. How are you, honey?
It has been a while since we've been on this freaking podcast. I ain't gonna front.
Yes, it has been a while.
It's been well over a month, and I'd like to be the first to apologize to everybody who listens to this podcast. We're sorry.
Sorry about that.
It's just life is just so busy between, your schooling and the kids. We have no time to do a podcast, which is why we started doing the podcast, because I had no time to do regular videos like I used to do on this channel.
Right.
It just shows you how busy our lives is. It's just I don't have time to do a YouTube video every night. I wish I did.
Right.
I really truly did wish I did, but life gets in the way. Anyway,
yes, life is.
Enough of that. Tonight's topic, we were going to be talking about. They call it dad reflexes. I call it parenting reflexes because there's mom reflexes also.
Right.
So moms and dads are parents, so parent reflexes, and that's what we're talking about tonight. I've noticed because today is our daughter's 19th month birthday. She's been alive for 19 months. I've been a father for
19 months.
19 months. Yeah. It's under 2 years, and I've noticed a change in my body and in myself. I now have dad reflexes. It is the craziest thing ever.
Yes.
And you've been a mom for 14 years.
14 years.
So you've had these reflexes and stuff, but I just got mine.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
so
yes,
I'm still kind of geeking out about it.
Yes.
And pretty much, for those who are not parents and have had no kids, you're probably wondering, what the heck is a dad reflex or a mom reflex? And I never even knew that thing was a thing until I became a parent myself.
Right.
And what really spawned me wanting to do this particular podcast tonight, babe, is I was actually reading an article on my news feed from a magazine called Fatherly. It's a health and science magazine.
Okay.
And they put out an actual article talking about how dad reflexes is more than just a hashtag.
Right.
Nowadays everything's a hashtag, hashtag
God, yes.
Me Too, hashtag, Black Lives Matter and all that crap.
Right.
And not to diminish Black Lives Matter, because, all lives don't really matter. But anyway, back to these dad reflexes. I don't know, in the article itself, it said that the dad reflexes are an adrenaline-driven response from the sympathetic nervous system, which I have no idea what a sympathetic nervous system is, but I'm pretty sure that I have one because I've got dad reflexes.
Right.
And I don't know, it's bizarre to me. It's like you almost become like a superhero. And it's funny because I always hear how kids say, "My daddy is my superhero." There's a reason for them to say that. It really truly is, because you see some of these things that a parent does to save their child. They almost seem superhuman.
Yeah.
I mean,
that's why you save their lives, you help them out, you do things for them, and with them, you're their superhero.
Yeah. And the article that I was reading talks about the science behind a dad reflex. And it talks about how, like, the actual science behind it, pretty much how a dad reflex is actually just an adrenaline response to something happening, and the parenting instincts kind of just take over.
Right.
I think, don't you have the article? What exactly does it say that the dad reflexes?
Dad reflexes. Okay. When a father snaps into seemingly superhuman action to save his kid.
Yeah. So, and so right there it says everything we need to know. It's pretty much like the adrenaline pumps, time seems to slow down, and you can react faster. And in reality, you're not really reacting faster, but just when your adrenaline's pumping, time seems to like slow down for an instant. And there's an actual scientific reasoning behind that has been proven countless times by science. That's actually a thing. When your adrenaline is pumping, time seems to slow down, and it's just like, no F's are given, and your arms and your body does things and moves at a speed that you didn't even know you could do, which is what gives those dad reflexes possible. And I've done it more than one time. How many times I've caught my kid from almost freaking hurting herself completely bad, and in the last possible second here, my without even thinking about it.
Right.
My arms would move and grab or catch her.
Your legs grab her and catch her.
Yeah,
you work with her, your legs or your body itself.
Yeah, it's some of them.
It's crazy what happens to you when you become a father or even a mother.
And the funniest thing is after, like, I never really understood my dad as a kid growing up, even as a young man growing up before I had kids. I just have, like I said, I'm almost, close to being 40, and I just got my kid like a year and a half ago.
Yeah, 19 months to be exact.
Mm-hmm. And I've talked to my dad a lot, and it's funny, like, he laughs at me a lot.
Yes, he does.
Because it's like, I always used to say, like, I don't understand, you understand? I call him, like, Bob, I still understand now. I still get you now. And that's exactly what he does. He just laughs at me. He goes, hey, I told you. And it was funny because I was having a conversation with him about the dad reflexes. And he kind of just, like, laughed at me. He was like, yeah, it's true. Which then made me think, like, okay, what have you done to save my ass? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And then you don't want to tell me, like, how many times have I been close to, like, dying when I was a baby?
Right.
And you don't want to tell me. So this kind of makes you wonder. I know damn well that I'm not telling this girl what happened.
No.
I've caught you from falling off the couch so many times.
Or your swing, or your crib, or my bed.
Yeah, man. I don't know. I mean, what do you, like I said, you've been a parent way longer than I have.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
By like 12, 13 years more experience than I got. What do you think about these dad reflexes, or for your case, mom reflexes?
I think it changes a person. I think having the ability to, air quote, be a superhero is pretty awesome. You're just protecting your kid. You're doing what a normal person would do. You're just doing it to your child. And when you become a parent, it makes you a different person.
Your child definitely takes precedent over you.
Yes, and I've noticed that about you very much. That yes, your life hasn't completely changed.
Oh, it changed.
But it's changed. Yes, it's changed. Okay.
It's definitely completely changed.
It has completely changed, yes. The last 3 years have been different for you, I get. But I'm talking about as you're
growing as a parent.
You growing as a parent, yeah. You think so much more of other people than you did yourself.
Oh yeah, it's not about
and even before, and it's not about yourself. And before, when I first met you, it was about you. Now you have a 14-year-old kid that looks up to you, and now you have this 19-month-old that looks up to you, and you just turn into this different person.
Yeah.
And yes, you've had a lot of changes in your life in the last 3 years. We all have. So it's our family. But I don't know.
Not even our family, but the entire world.
Well, that too.
Just in the last 6 months, this whole planet has gone dramatically. I know we're so off topic about dad reflexes right now, but it has to be said. Because the environment and what's going on in civilization makes you think about your life and what's going on in your life. And as a parent, as a father, I'm not even thinking about, well, crap, we got, COVID-19 over here, we got riots over there, we got this, we got that. And I'm not thinking about what the hell am I going to do. I'm thinking about how am I going to keep my kids safe.
Right.
How am I going to keep them fed.
Right.
I'm thinking about their needs and thinking about, first. And thinking about my needs, like, third. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So it's like...
At all, if ever.
There's so much more things that take precedence over me now that it's crazy. And that's part of being a parent. And I kind of want to say it's part of the reflexes too, because when you first have a situation, like say you're in a situation where somebody's coming at you aggressively, your natural instincts, there's only two things you're going to do: fight or flight. You're going to run away, or you're going to fight that person. Mm-hmm. And how I would react, let's say 3 years ago, compared to how I would react now, it's probably 2 different reactions.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? 3 years ago, I might just say the flight part and say, F it, I'm out. And
right, exactly.
Just run away and leave the situation. But if I've got my kids with me, you know what I'm saying, I'm going to tell them to run, you know what I'm saying? And I'm going to stay there, and I might get my butt whipped. You know, I might die. But my kids are going to be alive, and they're going to have that chance to fucking survive.
Right.
And so, I mean, it's
the parent
being a parent definitely changes your whole thought process and your mentality.
It does.
And I don't know, it's just, but like the whole dad reflexes thing or the mom reflexes thing, it just boggles my mind how just like subconsciously your body does stuff. It just moves at such an accelerated rate. And it really makes you ponder, like, what are the limitations and the actual capabilities of our bodies? You know what I'm saying? Because, like, to a certain extent, we train our bodies a certain way to do certain things on a regular daily basis. That's the monotony of life, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Whether it's your job and you're working at an assembly line doing the same meaningless task over and over again all day, or if you're working at, you know, at Walmart as a checker and you're just cashiering all day, just scanning freaking food, you know, it's like you get that monotonous thing. And yes, you know, as time progresses, you get good at your job and you get faster at your job. But with the dad reflexes, it's just something that, like, instantaneously and out of freaking nowhere just kind of happened. You know what I'm saying? I never knew I could move as fast as I could just to freaking catch my kid's life. You know, to catch my kid off, you know, before they fall off the couch and crack their head open.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I watched.
Or it's not even that either, and it's not falling off of anything. Like for our instance, we have an animal, and when our animal gets a little aggressive with our child, because yes, she does, you know, mess with our animal a lot. You go after it.
Oh yeah.
Most definitely, you want to protect your child.
Yeah, I'm always on alert.
You are very much on alert.
I'm constantly on like alert status. You know what I'm saying? It's like, what are you doing? What's that? I'm constantly just scanning the surroundings and keeping track of what's going on, who's coming close. You know, I mean, I don't know how many times I've been just sitting here watching TV or playing a video game, and I would just randomly stop, mute the TV so I can't hear anything, just stop and listen, all because I thought I heard a sound.
Right. Yeah.
Whether it's, you know, like the baby crying, or if it's just like a loud noise outside, like I will literally stop everything.
Yes.
And just sit silently and listen to see if I have to be concerned about it. Whatever it is, I just think I heard.
Yeah.
You know, it's just, I don't know, it's just, being a parent definitely does change your perspective on life, and
it does. It really does. And
it does change the entire meaning of everything. It's definitely a weird experience for me, and it does give me a more of a respect for my parents.
Oh yeah. Oh gosh.
For all the crap that I've been through as a kid.
Oh my goodness, yes. Like when I had my oldest child, I was on my own and didn't have a whole lot of help. Well, except other than my family, but I didn't have any much help with his side, and it just being a parent by yourself, you learn those reflexes quicker.
Yeah,
because you don't have anybody to, you know, stop and turn into dad reflexes with you.
Yeah,
you don't. You have it by yourself.
You definitely had it harder than I had in the beginning of your parenting life. But, I mean, either way, like I said, I mean, the whole reason we're here is just to, what do you guys think? You know what I'm saying about that? Whether or not you're a parent. If you are a parent, please, in the comment section, talk about it. If you're not a parent, please talk about it. Ask questions. It's part of the reason why we do this podcast, is to create a forum and have a discussion or conversation where we all can talk about whatever it is we want to talk about. Even if you don't want to talk about parenting reflexes or dad reflexes, and you want to have a question or a comment for maybe the next episode, the comment section is what it's there for. We actually sometimes struggle, like, oh, what do we want to talk about tonight? I don't know. We have to there's been more than one time that we've done like an half hour, 45 minutes of research trying to find a topic to talk about.
Yeah.
But the all nights like tonight it was like, yo, we're gonna talk about this.
Right, we did. And he's like, let's do dad reflexes. Yeah. I'm like, you know what, let's do that. I
just thought it was appropriate, being, her 19-month birthday today. And,
oh my
everything.
Goodness.
But anyway, that's it for our topic tonight. We do appreciate you guys watching the video. If you're stuck in this way, then hashtag dad reflexes in the bottom comment section, so I know you made it to the end of the video. You watched 15 minutes of us talking BS. We appreciate it.
We do. And I just want to say one thing to any parent, like older parent, or my parents, or your parents. Sorry. And thank you. We gave him hell.
Yeah, we did. I still do. Anyway.
Yeah, you do.
Thanks for watching the video, guys. Like the video if you liked the topic. Leave a comment down below. Let us know what you're thinking about. And if you're new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button. Hit the notification bell. I know we don't put out videos as often as I used to back in my day before I became a parent. But I'm busy and I'm tired.
Very tired.
So I don't have time for as many videos as we do. But we do like to put them up as much as we can. Just thanks. I want to see you guys next time. And we'll see you next time after bedtime. Good night, everybody.
Good night.